Greetings, everyone. I am David Summersong. Welcome to PTSD Cure Guaranteed. If you are viewing this talk on YouTube, you can easily download for free this and all my other talks and the PDFs on my website, davidsummersong.org. Because of the corrupt laws and institutions in the area of my residence, I must announce to you that I claim no credentials, and this is not medicine in any way, shape, or form. What is contained here is my personal opinion only. The reason I can use this title is because I have been working with persons with these problems since 1952. The maternal side of my family were violent psychotics who, were they alive today, would be institutionalized. My career as a reactionary superhero and crash test dummy gave me more than ample personal experience to address this subject matter. This will be a process of ongoing monologues which will result in an immersion therapy that will change your point of view. I understand that you have had experience which has resulted in an unpleasant magnetic memory. In the same way that you cannot be both wet and dry at the same time, you cannot hold the magnetic memory and the imprint that currently obsesses you if you allow my viewpoint to normalize within your life force and function. This will happen for you if you are willing to consume and consider both my talks and my written material, which are available to you for free on my website, davidsummersong.org. The most effective solution to understanding the difficulty within which you find yourself is based on self-examination. I want to refer you to a number of things that will assist with this process. My technique will point out to you the infiltration of your brain lobes by your reptilian brain. I will use words and concepts like a large clown hammer to whack you in the forehead and drive your reptilian brain back into your ass where it belongs. The expression, having one's head up one's ass, is exactly backwards. The problem is that one has one's ass up one's head. Your reptilian brain, your belly brain, is supposed to live in your pelvis and your spinal column, not in your higher brain lobes. Trauma, at all stages of development, causes adrenal stimulation, which results in hormonal imbalance, which contributes then to unhealthy brain lobe infiltration. Since everything and everyone is energy, the trail left behind by events occurring is an electromagnetic footprint. If a person's nervous system and more etheric qualities have been burned and scarred by excessive energy movement produced by unpleasant circumstances, one is left with a hypersensitivity, a lack of resilience, and an apprehension of repeated experience. You can only know the truth by how it feels. What a person experiences with imbalance is obviously not the truth, and this can be perceived through feeling. I have been speaking to persons about their well-being and alternative ways of doing things, seeing things, and understanding things since 1952. I have a design for an eco-community whose only waste product is water vapor. I consider myself as sifting through the endless beings who come and go on Earth, looking for those alive enough, alert enough, and courageous enough to participate in building and occupying this community for the purposes of expanding consciousness on Earth. I feel that those persons who have been severely tested and are able to overcome electromagnetic imprinting, both historical and derived, have the potential to show a force of will, character, ethical quality, humility, and responsibility which could be worthwhile and pleasant for me to experience. As a Taoist practitioner, I have been entirely celibate for a number of years because it is my intention to attract a female essence of outstanding quality and character. I want to recommend to you a number of links which will assist the truly sincere person in altering their electromagnetic imprinting to their pleasant advantage. If you look at my website, davidsummersong.org, you will notice a heading that says Good Links. If you hover over this drop-down menu, it will show you links that I hope you'll connect with. The first one, suspiciousobservers.org, is a daily solar weather report about the behavior of our star and how it affects life on Earth and our personal electromagnetic fields. It is generally 3 to 5 minutes long, and although it is filled with complex charts and graphs, if you allow it to flow through you without needing to necessarily understand or comprehend it, you will gradually build a familiarity with it where you will begin to feel the flow of planetary energy through your own personal electromagnetic system because it is being pointed out to you on a daily basis. This is very similar to what you'll experience immersing yourself in my materials until my point of view becomes normal to you. Your light bulb moment. I hope you will consider starting your day with the solar weather report, which is given by a very sweet and dedicated brother named Ben. The next item is about multi-pure water purification devices. These are the best residential water purifiers made available in the world, and I hope you'll try to secure one for your own use. The benefits to you of pure water cannot be overstated. Personally, I have used water purification devices since 1957. The third item is a link to the company that was originally Celtec and can provide you with blue-green algae in tablet form. This algae is the first and simplest plant that evolved on this planet. It is the bottom of the food chain and is a magnificent food. Just check the animals that live around Klamath Lake in Oregon. A hunter's paradise. I have been eating this and other algae since the early 1950s and cannot recommend it highly enough. The most necessary and most economical purchase is a bottle of 480 alpha tablets. If you have personal resource beyond this, the next desirable step is a bottle of 480 omega tablets. If you choose to interact personally with the company in terms of purchase or distributorship, you are free to do so. As a courtesy to you, my friend and long-term algae distributor will allow you to use his number to secure for yourself drop shipments. This will allow you to place an order and pay for it on your own plastic, including postage, without having to interact with direct purchase paperwork. His name is David Tangerone, and his distributor number is 404649. The next links are for 3 gentlemen who will coach you toward your best self in ways that are different, kinder, and more well-spoken than my sledgehammer style. Prem Rawat will speak to you about inner peace and how you can acquire it. I have known him personally since 1957 and feel that he holds and communicates the highest vibration in human knowledge on Earth. This is available for free, as is everything I do. He does have some videos and movies that you can purchase as a contribution, as do the next 2 gentlemen. I personally rely totally on donations, and you can find my PayPal on my website. Jim Self at MasteringAlchemy.com will speak to you about how to recognize, establish, and maintain your personal electromagnetic boundary field and will direct you toward consciousness-based tools to assist your growing self-awareness. Matt Kahn, K-A-H-N, will speak to you about your inner goodness. He is an incredibly sweet character. If you do nothing else for yourself in this lifetime, please listen to his Christmas Eve 2014 talk available on YouTube called Too Good to Be True. I can assure you that this talk will change your life for the better. The remaining links will direct you toward ancient wood. Curiously, I have found this wood to be a thymus gland regulator. I have no clear scientific explanation, except that wood often provides a dampening field for crystalline energy. However, this isn't really an explanation. If I feel fully satisfied at some point that I have achieved clear understanding in this regard, I will post it. In the meantime, if anyone is so inclined, small amounts of trimmings are available at reasonable prices from them at ancientwood.com. If anyone chooses to get involved with this wood, I would be interested in direct feedback on their experience. So now, let us return to the civilization that largely has its ass up its head and determine the most effective ways to extract ourselves from interaction with the flypaper of foolishness. So there you sit. A bit earlier, you were just irritated and crazy. Now you're overburdened with all sorts of weird homework and decisions to make about your food and water. You already lack energy and have a hard enough time with the endless drool that is poured into your ears and cannot believe that anything can possibly do you any good or make any difference. Been there, done that. We have met the enemy, and he is us. So this takes us back to where I am sifting through humanity, looking for the people who actually have the capacity to be friends, business associates, and/or companions. Henry Ford said, "If you believe you can or you can't, you will be right." 6 months from now, you'll be sitting there having completed an immersion in my point of view or not. You will be so different that you will be unable to remember the level of consciousness you now hold because you will be vibrating at a much higher level consistent with freedom, joy, and delight, or you will be vibrating slower, having succumbed to the self-sacrifice of heart, soul, will, and longing upon the altar of arrogant intellectuality. You can allow the mumblings of your reptilian brain to continue to echo in the cathedral of your forebrain, or you can allow the choir of my songs of silence to soothe your chafed, burned, and exhausted reptilian brain and encourage it to take up residence and feel secure in its position within your abdomen where it belongs. It is not suggested that you make a marathon of my material any more than you eat this year's salad this week. If you consider the material that I present to you both verbally and in text form and allow them to penetrate your heart and uplift your consciousness, it will be impossible for you to hold on to the electromagnetic imprint which currently occupies your force field. As you peruse my material, you will be vastly encouraged about your own state of existence and potential, because it will become clear to you that I have been more damaged, more reactionary, and much more crazy than you. And yet, through exactly the things that I am recommending to you, I have managed to heal myself into mellow, contented happiness. It is imperative to recognize and change electromagnetic imprinting and memory if one expects to succeed in continuity of existence. Face the fact that you are lost in time. The flowers in front of you go unseen as you walk into the future, looking over your shoulders. You know that this procedure will eventually cause you to walk off the edge of life. You can get rid of the crick in your neck by immersing yourself in the warm effervescence of my words. What do you have to lose except the flashbulb imprint of prison bars on your vision center? If you close your eyes and let me lead you through dream time, we will be in a place of new awakening. If you take up the challenge of being fierce, of being alive, of being who you are, it may lead you to participate in the community of like-minded souls that I have attempted to draw together since 1952. There are several different presentations and definitions of this community idea on my website. I am ready and able to provide blueprints and begin construction, except for lack of funding and conscious business partners. Numerous environmental inventions, which are also ready to enter production, will be prototyped here and will assist in our brand development. Extinction is an event that happens to creatures that are not able to evolve into endurance. From my point of view, the winds of time continue to sweep souls onto and off the earth, most of which refuse to look at or learn the truth of rejuvenation, endurance, claiming vitality from and being exalted by unlimited source. I don't know what you have been doing since 1952, but I have been letting Source teach me the lessons of unconditional loving surrender so that infant-like I am recreated within the flow of life source itself in each and every breath. This is a limitless opportunity which is available to each creature that has consciousness and self-awareness. Is it available to you, and do you want it to be? Longing is irresistible and is the strongest force in the universe because it brought forth creation from the very heart of reluctance. Is your longing strong enough to bring you forth into existence, endurance, and exhilarated glory? Or are you just a fragment destined to disappear into the mists of timelessness? Only you can know, only you can decide. You are limited or limitless. You decree, you choose, you speak the word of power. You can only know the truth by how it feels. What is the truth and the feeling of your own longing?